build is now completed. I was testing the lights in the last video successfully. So I think I owe you an explanation for all this build and all these hours put into this project and why I did this. As you probably could see, I don't have a web page yet or something, but I'm specialized on building vintage hot rod motorcycles. First we started with Indians, 20s look frame with 40s engine and accessories for better braking and more reliability. We built a lot of kits with longer frames, shorter frames. All my frames are hand built, or forks are hand built. So having this experience, I got this beautiful engine that was an airplane, modified to an airplane engine that was cut by somebody. And I got this engine from Kelly Modeling from US. They also have a lot of bikes at Twisted Oz Museum over there. So he sent me this engine, and I wanted to design motorcycles based on this 1922 Henderson cut-off engine. And studying Henderson models, I was first very into the 1913, 1914 model that looks more like a motorcycle, not like this. But then I saw this strange, odd thing that was their first model of production. I was looking at the structure of the frame, it didn't make any sense, but I said, I think I would like to build that. It's so strange that I think I would like to build it. But in a better structure. As you can see, I was building conical tubings for more stiffness on this length and everything. I was CAD designing this whole motorcycle, starting from the engine and the wheel diameter, because I had a bigger engine. The 20s engine is a bit bigger. To get to the design and proportions of the 20s, I had to use 30-inch tires. So I had to buy Ford Model A rims, make all the holes, calculate the holes, and spoke these rims, these Ford Model A rims, into the hubs I had. The front hub I was building, it's with modern ball bearings. The rear hub comes with the transmission that I was using, that is a 4-speed transmission with reverse. So we have the look of the first model of a Henderson, but we have 4-speed gearbox with reverse, shaft driven, as you can see. So the shaft pairs with the hub. They were designing for this shaft. It's a Russian MT9 gearbox and transmission. So starting on that model, on the first Henderson model, I was designing also the complete motorcycle to have the same shape as the original, the proportion of the original one, but a little bit bigger in scale. I'm a very big guy, I don't know if you can figure out, but it's quite a big motorcycle. So I was hand building the frame that has pressurized air. You can see this gauge here. I saw on vintage helicopters they were using pressurized air in the frame, in the tube frame, to see if it has any cracks. And I said, that's a nice detail for a racing motorcycle, a very light motorcycle. And I used pressurized air in the complete frame. I was also putting tin over the tubes, so I don't have any problems with the paint. If you have a little hole and you paint it, then it will start bubbling up, you know it from the tanks. So it's a pressurized air, 2-axis conical tubing hand-built frame. Same with the front fork, inspired by the original one. I was making these conical tubings and the complete fork. Then the hard part was the transmission. First of all, the engine was rotating in one way and the transmission in another way. And thank you, I don't remember his name, but somebody asked this question, is it rotating in the same way? And then I figured out, I was measuring the engine, the gearboxes and everything, that I have to turn the direction of rotating. So here I had to use 2 gears because the engine rotates to one side and the gearbox to the other side. But this helped me very much. As you can see, it's aligning very good with the shaft drive and frame and everything. I'm very satisfied with this. Also, one thing you get from this extra, all motorcycles that turn in sideways have like a recoil. When you give it gas, it goes to a side. This one, because the engine is turning one side and the flywheel is turning the other side, doesn't have this feeling that the motorcycle is pulling to one side when you gas it. So that's another nice feature. The original Henderson had an updraft carburetor. I changed that because I know more about Linkarts than about that original carburetor that it was using. And as it is a hot rod, I like to have more modern accessories and a good air filter. This one was the air filter of this gearbox that was designed to be in mud until here and still work. So it's a quite good air filter setup. I was making the manifold for this carburetor and the other manifold for the air behind here. Of course, custom exhaust, aluminium tank and fenders. This bike is really light, so the only heavy thing on this bike that I don't like are the Ford Model A rims. They have probably 3 millimeters thickness on the rims, so they are very heavy. Also the tires are quite heavy, but together with the car rims and the tires, I would bet this bike doesn't have over 200 kilograms. So it was starting very good, engine is running very good. I was making my own Babbitt main bearings, own casting, own machinery. It was a great adventure and I had a lot of stuff to learn from this project. I'm making also this video because the bike will soon leave to the Bukovina Moto Expo private collection. It's a privateer that was sponsoring my last projects. So it will be for display over there, and I would like to say also a big thank you to Mr. Alexandru Sheul and his exhibition over there that made this possible. So, next thing, today we have a nice photo shooting of the bike, as it will soon leave, and I promise soon a web page with all my work done until now.